So what I'm going to show you today is how to access your Daylight Sandbox on our test system. As you can see, I am signed into my CSU, and so what I want to do is open a new tab and then put in the URL from the one sheet that I sent to you in your training packet. This opens up your access to Daylight. Now what you should see here is something that looks like this. You'll probably see other courses as well, but this is the one that we're most interested in. So just looking at this home page, you are in the Daylight experience. And so if we look up here at the very top, the first change you probably notice is that the words My Home are no longer written here, and we just have an icon. So if you're ever anywhere in Daylight while using Cougar View and want to get back to this My Home page, all you have to do is click on this house right here. Next is the Columbus State University logo. And then right here we have the waffle. The waffle, if you click on it, lists all the courses that are assigned to you. You can also search for a course. If you want to pin a course to your My Home page, all you have to do is click the push pin. To uncheck it or to unpin it, just click it again and it will go away. The next three icons you see here are just like what's in the live system today, your notifications, your name because you're logged in, and then this gear icon, and when we go live you'll see the import export copy tool listed right there. The next thing you see is a widget for announcements. These are university-wide announcements. This isn't something that you'll have control over. On this side you'll see the calendar and then the technical resources and academic resources. These are just like they are currently in the Cougar View system. Probably the biggest change you see on this page is that your courses now appear down here and there's an image attached to them. D2L has a course image gallery of over 3,000 images, and when a new course is added, a default image is added to the course. For example, if I pull up one of my old history courses, I can just pin it. We can see that there's a default image. If I wanted to change this image, it's very simple to access the course image gallery. If I just hover over on these ellipses, I can change the image here, and this gives me access to all 3,000 images. I can type in a search and get a specific image, and if I find something that I want to use, I just click on it and it changes. You can also add a custom image. I want to caution you about adding a custom image to your course. See my kitty cat right here and his big eyes? Notice that when I hover over this image, it zooms in a little bit. Watch what happens when I access the course. See how much the kitty cat is zoomed in? If you have a picture, especially of people, you risk it zooming in too much and not everybody being seen in the photograph. There's a guide in your training packet on how to add custom images and how to get the sizing right, or you can always call Cool and we'll help you. Now to access your Daylight Training Sandbox, just click right here on your Daylight Experience. Now this is the course homepage. See my banners up here, and if I wanted to remove that, all I'd have to do is click Remove. The very first widget right here is the Announcements widget. This is an Announcements widget for your course home, so you have control over this. There's the calendar, the surveys, the roll switch. On this side is the academic resources and technical resources. Across the top here is the navigation bar for the My Course homepage. If you're anywhere in your course and want to get back to this page, You just have to click Course Home. The content is exactly the same. If you're using the QM the Cool QM Accessibility template, notice that we've reduced the modules to 8 and it's no longer 16, but you can always add more or delete the modules that you don't need. If you're not using the Cool QM Accessibility template for your courses, which has preloaded getting started activities, give us a call at Cool and we'll be happy to get that set up for you. Next is the My Media button, and then these next 3 buttons have drop-down arrows next to them, which means that there's more information for you to access. If you're looking for assessments such as assignment submission folders or Dropbox items, your grades, your quizzes, if you click on assessments, you can get to all of these tools. Under communication, you can go to announcements, the attendance button, the calendar, checklist, class list, the discussions tool, emails, and set up groups. Under resources is your Cougar View D2L student guide, frequently asked questions, Galileo, your locker, the maintenance schedule, the system check, and the USG Tech Store. Then the last button is the course admin. A few of the enhanced features under assignments now include the ability to add additional links or files. Under Add Attachment, you've always been able to add a new file, but now you can add a link or an existing activity. Don't forget, when you set up a new submission folder, it defaults to hidden. To unhide a submission folder for students, simply uncheck Hidden from Users and save and close. I know this is attached to a grade item because the icon for a grade item is now an award badge. Probably the most significant change that we're really excited about is under quizzes. If you've ever had to make a multiple choice quiz, you know it can be kind of difficult. But now, it's easier. If I go into Add Edit Questions and look at my first multiple choice quiz and edit, you can see that it's easier. You just enter the text, your answer choices, select the answer you want, randomize the answers if you want, change the point value, and then save. The neat thing is the question's built right here in the preview pane, so you don't have to link out to see the question that you're building. Want to add more options? Just click the Options button. Once a question has already been saved, you can't change the question type. For example, if I chose a true-false question and began typing, notice that it's being built right over here. But suppose I decide I want to make it a multiple choice. Because I haven't saved it yet, I can change the question type. And then put in my answer choices. Or add my options. However, once the question has saved, you can't change the question type. One last thing for me to show you. Under communications and discussions, if you use discussions, you can now have the same topic for the class, but have your threads separated out by group. For example, if I had my students split up into groups and only wanted to see what group 1 had so far posted, I can just see those postings. Same about group 2. And if I wanted to post a message to all the groups, I could easily do that. I hope you're as excited about these changes as we are here at COOL. If you have any questions, be sure and give us a ring.